they're arguing that they did not get these bills and these resolutions in time. And they didn't have sufficient time to review them because they only got them about 3 days prior. Now, these bills, many of them, they had like one paragraph, one single change. And every bill comes with an explanatory memorandum explaining the changes that are made. It does not take literally more than probably 3 minutes to read the changes that are being proposed and the explanatory memorandum. You're a senator, you can confirm that, Senator
Yes,
Brown.
indeed. Yes.
And I do accept that the rule says that, you should give 7 days notice, but these are routine changes. Even the state of emergency that they made an issue about. This is the fourth or fifth time we'd have gone to Parliament to debate the state of emergency. So even they got it 1 hour before.
Mm-hmm.
This is a matter that has been ventilated time and time again in various fora in Parliament, at least on 5 occasions. So it's not a new issue. They're just lazy, and they use the excuse for not doing the work and to try and make some kind of point. I don't know what point they were making, because anyway, all the bills were passed. Now in the lower house, I would have presented 5 bills and 5 resolutions. But it speaks about our workload and our work ethic, in which we're able to execute 5 bills and 5 executions in a single day. And by the way, I was the mover of all of them. I didn't complain and say it's too much. I think we went from about 9:30 until about 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
We do it, with joy, because we recognize you're doing the people's work. And you know what I find? When you're competent at doing something and you love what you're doing, it doesn't come to you like working.
True.
It's just so easy. It's seamless. So when you're incompetent and you see work, obviously you find every excuse to dodge it. Because you're not only incompetent, you're probably afraid that you're going to make yourself a fool, because that's all what they do when they go to Parliament, mislead the people. An insurance bill that we spoke about, for example, that's a typical example. If you have it there, maybe you can show the people. One change, and that is to literally include a penalty for insurance companies that do not file their financial statements on time. So they pay a fine, I think of what? Is it $30,000, $40,000, and $1,800 a day for each day that they fail to file.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're trying to do here is to drive compliance to make sure that they file the financial statements. You know what these incompetent members in the UBB did? Those 2 members, Trevor Walker and
Pringle.
They told the people that the bill is about insurance rates,
Mm-hmm.
and how insurance rates are too high, and that the government should reduce insurance rates. Now, we don't set insurance rates. Insurance rates are driven by the market.
Yes.
And even if it is true, the reality is it is not part of the bill. It was not part of the bill. But they gave the people the impression that that was the subject of the bill, and misled the people, when the subject of the bill was to charge the insurance companies who failed to file a penalty, a financial penalty, to force them to file. And we gave the explanation. We said, look, we have seen, for example, under the Clico-Bico debacle, that Antigua and Barbuda lost the most money. We lost $360 million as a result of that collapse. And the reason for that is because there were no timely filing of financial statements. So the insurance regulators at the time did not know what was going on with Clico-Bico. In fact, if they had a look at the balance sheet earlier, they would have recognized that the insurance company, Bico, was in trouble, and would have been able to move quicker in order to protect depositors. Instead, by the time they intervened, the people lost all but maybe about 5 to 6% of their money. So after all the liquidation, there weren't sufficient assets to pay back the depositors. So depositors who ordinarily would have had $100, they got about maybe 93. No, they got 7 cents, if that much. In fact, so far they probably got about 5 cents, and they like to get another 2 cents. So they get 7 cents in the dollar. So we said, you know what? We don't want that to happen under our administration. We're going to force them to file and institute this penalty that even they fail to file, then every day there will be a penalty charge. And these morons, Pringle, and the other one, the Trevor Walker. Because all he does is to just create mystery around the place. They went there and misspoke, misled the people, and to suggest that we're fighting for better insurance rates when the bill had nothing to do with insurance rate.